Hello and welcome to Efficient Strategy Gaming. Today I'd like to talk about a concept in Hearts of Iron 4, Convert from Stockpile. You're able to convert from Stockpile tanks and airplanes in Hearts of Iron 4 if you have the Death and Dishonor DLC. And I'd like to show you how to do that today. One of my viewers had a question and requested this video. So it can actually be quite a complex task doing this. But after you download the Death and Dishonor DLC, you get this Convert from Stockpile option here. And you'll get it after you say create a variant of one of your base models of tanks or airplanes. So like you start off the game with Light Tractor here, the Great War Tank, and if you produce a few of those and then put them into Stockpile, so I have 3,500 of these being stockpiled, I can then create a variant of said tank. So here's a variant, and this will be the C version, or no, I'm sorry, the B. And so now I have an A and B version of this tank. The B version is you're able to convert into the B version of the tank. And what happens when you click on convert from stockpile is you'll notice that it doesn't take any resources to convert your older type tanks into this new tank. And the other thing is when you do start converting it, your production speed is 200%. So whatever you're doing, you're now in this mode, you're making fresh Light Tractor Bs. And then when I convert from stockpile, I'm taking the tanks out of the stockpile and creating Light Tractor Bs out of them. So refurbishing those tanks. And you can see that the production speed doubles, and it does not take resources to do this. So if you have tanks in your stockpile that are just sitting around and you know you'll never use them, this is a good thing to do because you can do it quite cheaply, and then if these older variants ever hit the field, they'll be more formidable. And this kind of mirrors real life because Germany did constantly refurbish and upgrade the technology of their tanks. So it can be a useful tool for you in Hearts of Iron 4. Specifically, I'd like to talk about Germany today. Germany starts off with about 300 Panzer 1s, and once you start creating Panzer 2s, you can immediately research a variant, the Westby, and this is a tactic that I use in my OP Germany build, but basically I create the Westby, which is mobile or SP artillery 2, and that will increase the soft attack of your tank division or whatever division you decide to put that in. And the Westby can be converted from stockpile. So if you start creating Panzer IIs, the older variant will go into your stockpile first, the Panzer I. And then basically the Westby can be converted from the Panzer I. So it's kind of strange, but I've done some testing with this. And so the first type of each vehicle, basically these variants that you see on the side, can only convert the first type of each vehicle. So you can only get a Marder 3 from a Panzer 1 or a Panzer 1 variant, so a Panzer 1A, B, C. Likewise, you can only get a Panzer 1 variant from a Panzer 1 A, B, or C. So you can see right here. And it gets a little trickier, so like anti-tank guns use tungsten, and so if I wanted to convert my Panzer 1s and 1As into Marder 2s, as you can see it cost me 2 tungsten, but no iron, because I already produced these tanks and it costs 2 iron to create the base model of tank, and of course you get the 200% conversion speed bonus. So as you go up the line in your research tree, you can only convert these variants from the base model. And that is also true from the gross tractor as well. So I've created the tigers, and I've created like the elephant variant, and that holds true. So if we go back down here to the elephant, and you can see the elephant conversion is from the gross tractor and the gross tractor A. And this can be quite good because you can see that it only cost me 1 iron to convert that from stockpile. Now it gets even a little more complex, but if I'm wrong about this, please tell me in the comments below. But it appears that you're only able to convert from stockpile if you have like a more modern variant. So for instance, I've created the leopard here, and then I made a leopard A, but I'm not able to convert the leopard into a leopard A. So it's a little more complex. But if I created a Yag leopard, I'd be able to convert a Panzer I into a Yad leopard, for instance. And since I have the leopard available to me, you can convert a Panzer II into a Panzer IIA, but only since I have the up variant available to me. So I hope I'm explaining this correctly. This is how I think that it works in my testing here. So let me show you. Let's see, where is that pesky leopard? So you can see here that the tiger, I have not researched the variant above it, and I cannot create a tiger into a tiger 8. I cannot convert that from stockpile. So let's see, the leopard here holds true. I cannot create a leopard into a leopard A, but I can create a Panzer II into a Panzer IIA and from a Panzer II. So it's a little tricky, but if you're into researching a lot of tanks, you can slowly upgrade these tanks into all these variants. Please leave me questions down below. I know that was pretty confusing. It was pretty confusing making this video, and it actually took quite a long time setting it up, oddly enough. But that's how you convert from stockpile, and you need the Death and Dishonor DLC. And mainly how I use it is I just, from the start, take a country, and if I've got like a light tank version, I start making light tank 2s, and then make light SP artillery, which is very easy to research early in the game. And then I start taking the light SP artillery and converting the initial tanks that I got for free at the beginning of the game into the light SP artillery. And it is very cheap, easy to do, and it'll give a really big punch to your panzer divisions. So let's make up a template here real quick. So a good beginning template, adding in light SP artillery, would be something like this. And the only reason why it's like this is because as Germany, you get 3 tank divisions. I want to make sure that I have enough light tanks and enough light SP artillery in the stockpile to resupply my tank divisions in the field. So if I don't have, because all these tanks are going to break down, so if I don't have any SP artillery in my stockpile in the beginning of the war, we've got major problems, because initially what's going to happen is after the initial attack and breakthrough, a lot of these machines are going to break down or they're going to be destroyed, and if I can't resupply the divisions with new machines, I'm going to suffer major penalties to my attack, and that's going to grind us down to a halt. So always make sure that you check your stockpile and that you have enough of whatever type of regiments, whatever type of equipment that you need to feed your divisions. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.